For Clinton Shepard, Penn State wasn't even originally one of his top school choices as a recruit, but now he's committed and he is all in on the Nittany Lions.
You are Locked On Nittany Lions, your daily podcast on the Penn State Nittany Lions. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
My name is Zach Sako, your host as always, and thank you so much for being here as I am privileged to bring you another exclusive interview here on the show, this time with 2027 Penn State wrestling commit Clinton Shepard, an elite middleweight, one of the best pound-for-pound prospects in the entire country for this 2027 class. Originally didn't have Penn State as one of his top destinations when he was a recruit, but then took a visit and everything changed, and now he is all in with the Nittany Lions. He's going to tell us about his relationship with the program, the coaches, the current wrestlers, the future wrestlers, the class of 2027, why they're unique, and Clinton's going to tell us why Penn State wrestling fans should be excited about the future of this program. But he also shares with us something very deep when it comes to the adversity that he dealt with. Ended up tearing his ACL in the middle of his high school season and had to work his way back through that. Had to go through the adversity and then ultimately came out on top with a state title, and talks about some of his recent performances here and the competition he's had to go up against on the national stage with the World Team Trials at his age level. So without further ado, here is 2027 Penn State wrestling commit Clinton Shepard. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Penn State Wrestling 2027 commit Clinton Shepard. Clinton, thank you so much for joining the show. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Excited.
Of course. Let's begin. First things first. You're committed to Penn State. Take me back to the moment that you decided Penn State was where you wanted to continue your wrestling career. What made you certain that that was the right decision?
Man, just watching them. I mean, I've always followed Penn State since I've been young. Just watching them dominate the last, 14 years. I mean, it's just I want to be a part of that and be on that team and dominate with them.
Penn State reportedly was not a part of your original top group of schools. So how did the Nittany Lions enter the picture and ultimately change your mind like that?
Well, they kind of reached out later. But
okay.
Once they did, man, I was hyped. So I, of course, had to take that visit and look at it, check it out. And, man, once I was out there, I was like, this is the place.
What was it that Cael Sanderson and the Penn State staff communicated to you that really separated themselves from all the other programs?
Man, it's going to sound like cliche, kind of just coming in open armed. I mean, it's like a family out there. Like I went out there for my visit, and man, I felt like I fit in right away. It's like we're all cracking jokes. It's a good time. It's just a great atmosphere I just want to be in. So that really just, I don't know, you feel it, and I felt it very strongly when I was out there.
Yeah, you've mentioned that family aspect right now, feeling at home, right? What specifically created that feeling for you? You mentioned cracking jokes and just kind of the bond so far. Was there anything else?
I mean, I'm a homebody, and so I really like being home with my family, and it's going to be tough, leaving my family. And when I went out there, it just felt like my second family out there, and just that love, and just because we crack jokes a lot here, and so it's just we were out there cracking jokes, talking, hanging out. I mean, I couldn't ask for better.
When you watch Penn State from the outside, what stands out about the culture beyond simply just winning national championships, dominating for the past decade plus?
I mean, they always want the next best thing, and the fans and everybody there just elevating, and the fans at Penn State they're amazing. They're always there, always flying out to NCAAs. I mean, the people that are just around Penn State is really amazing.
Let's talk about you. So you're committed to Penn State, but the wrestler that Penn State is getting, for the Penn State fans who have not watched you or haven't seen your matches or your highlights just yet, how would you describe your wrestling style?
I mean, I like to go get after it. I like to, hand fight. I like to take a lot of shots. I like to put a lot of risk out there. I like to go get after it.
And from what we can tell, from what I've seen, from what you just described there, you are aggressive. You like to take shots. Where does that attacking mentality come from?
I mean, my two of my favorite coaches, honestly, John Morrison, Andrew Howe. I mean, Howe beats you to death. I hand fight with him almost probably 3 times a week, and I mean, just building with my relationship with them, and just seeing and talking to them and getting their perspective of the sport just really changed me into just go out there and have fun and kick some butt.
What would you say is the best part of your wrestling right now? The best skill that you have, your go-to, and what part do you believe Penn State can help take to another level?
I mean, my elbow bind to my knee pull is like one of my favorite shots, and I've already been out there, trained with them, and just with Coach Sanderson, and they really love elbow bind and the hand fighting. And I was just out there, and I learned so much already just being out there for that short amount of time, and it's just like I can just keep building there.
Do you consider yourself more naturally suited to freestyle or folk style? You're going to do both. We can safely assume that, but how has competing in both helped your overall development?
I mean, freestyle just gets you really aware in situations that you might not be in folk style, I'd say. I mean, because with freestyle, you got to be very cautious, and I mean, the match can be over in 10 seconds. So it's like, you got to be really aware what's going on. But besides in folk style, where you could just be more like loosey goosey, I don't know, and you roll around more. So I don't know. It just makes you more aware, I'd say.
Do you have a preference in terms of what you like more, or which one you enjoy more? It's just I want to scrap. It doesn't matter when or where.
Man, it doesn't matter. I love it. But if I had to choose, I'd choose freestyle, definitely.
Okay. You've competed around 144 pounds, 150 pounds recently. How do you see your body developing before college? And have you discussed is there anything that you can share with us as far as a potential college weight at Penn State?
They have me projected around 149, 157. I'm trying to get bigger to fill in those weights, because I'm walking around 153 right now. So it's like I'm trying to get a little bit bigger so I could see where my body percent fat is, all that. So we're still trying to figure it out. I mean it's never perfect, so we'll see.
Let's talk about just recently on the high school landscape here. You won your first Indiana State title as a junior. What did you learn about yourself during that period to go through the adversity of the sophomore season that you did, and then to turn around and it ultimately end up in a championship, in a title that next season?
I mean, it really fueled me after tearing my ACL my sophomore year and having to watch all my friends and everybody compete. I mean, I just wanted to be back and go after it, and so I just trained hard, did everything I could to come back. And then when I was there, I was like, let's do it. I'm here, and I've been here before, and let's just end it on a good mark. So, yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you learned about yourself? It sounds like the relentless work ethic that you have. I'm pretty sure that's nothing that's new to you, but that stands out to me. Was there something that was kind of subtle, or that you never knew that you had within you?
I mean, and when I tore my ACL, I was, obviously I was down.
And still to come in this exclusive interview, Clinton's going to share with us the adversity that he had to go through when dealing with this injury, but how rewarding it was to get back to where he was able to win a state title and be at his best. That is coming up next here on Locked On Nittany Lions. And today's episode is brought to you by The Game. Since 1986, The Game has been creating classic college hats that fans are proud to wear. Whether you're an alumnus, current student, season ticket holder, or simply someone who never misses a game, a great college hat is more than just apparel. It's a way to represent your school wherever you go. This year, The Game is celebrating its 40th anniversary by giving fans a chance to save on some of their most iconic college hats. If you've been thinking about replacing an old favorite or adding a new one to your collection, now is the perfect time. A classic college hat is something that you can wear year-round anywhere you go, whether that's heading to a game, you're running errands, or you're just showing your school pride. And with the Game hat, that's a Penn State hat, you're going to get a "We Are" wherever you go. So, with over hundreds of officially licensed college hats to choose from, you will find the perfect fit for game day and every day with The Game. Don't miss this chance to celebrate 40 years of The Game with 40% off your entire order. All you got to do is visit thegamecaps.com and use promo code Locked On at checkout. That's thegamecaps.com, promo code Locked On. Celebrate 40 years of The Game with 40% off, but do not wait. This anniversary offer is not going to last forever.
Again, with that family aspect, like I had a bunch of like my family members, like coming to me, treating me well, just talking me through it. And I never really knew that like you could be really at your lowest. Like I really never knew what the lowest was. And so I really felt that there. And I just became more grateful at for the sport. And it just really just pushes me every day to become better and just not to want to feel that again. So
what about your freshman season? Because you right out of the gate, you were already one of the best competitors in the state of Indiana, but you didn't quite reach that. You didn't quite reach the mountaintop at that point, winning a title. How would you say when you look back on that? Did it motivate you for the next two seasons despite the injury?
Yeah, it motivated me a lot. I mean, it really hurt just seeing all those, just being there and not being able to get what you put the work in for the entire season. I mean, but it filled me. I ended up going to Fargo, winning Fargo that year. I mean, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for losses, my wins. I'm grateful for it all.
What kind of advice would you give to somebody that, again, because these are two different outcomes, right? Having everything within your control and then coming up short and then having it taken away from you temporarily. What kind of advice or what kind of perspective would you give to any wrestler, anybody that might deal with that kind of adversity, the difference between those two outcomes?
I just say it's just one match. You're gonna have a lot of matches in your life, and I mean, just one match isn't going to steer you away from becoming an NCAA champion or world champion. So I just think of it like it's just one match, and you're going to train more. You're just going to come back and you're going to be ready. You're ready for anything.
Now let's focus again on the positive. And I wasn't trying to dwell on the adversity per se, but it helps make you it helped created that championship mindset for you when you finally became a state champion. Did it feel like validation that, hey, I know who I am as Clinton Shepherd? Was there a relief factor or more motivation to say, I can do more? I can win so much more than this?
It was definitely more. I mean, I can be satisfied, but I make sure I'm not satisfied to the point where I'm not going to be training or, pushing myself. But I mean, yeah, that was tough. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
At what specific point did you notice kind of a turn in that season, winning the state title? Did you feel like you had become a different wrestler, or were you just progressively, hey, I'm just better day by day by day?
Just progressively, just day by day. I mean, just keep training. I mean, I won that one. I'm ready to win another one. I mean, I'm just ready to go.
Let's talk about the national competition. Again, the state level is one thing, but then going and chasing after the next level. You mentioned that Fargo Freestyle Championship, but you've also finished as a runner-up before at some other tournaments that are high profile. How have some of those close calls shaped you differently than the championships themselves?
Just being put in those like final situations. The more I'm in there, the more confident I'm in myself of winning those situations. I mean, it's not fun losing in the finals, but I mean, every loss I get, the more confident I am there in that situation. So I'm very grateful for that.
When you have a loss that you're not expecting, do you watch that match back? Do you just kind of recycle it and throw it away? Do you need time before analyzing it? How do you approach that aspect of it?
I definitely watch it. I watch it a couple times, and then I just sit around and I just think about it a little bit. I try not to dwell on it too hard. And then when I come back to practice, I'll have like some video technique with my coaches, and we'll just break the video down, what I did wrong, what I did really well. We'll just break it down, see what I got to improve, and just see what I did well in there. Just keep going after it.
How about the U20 World Team Trials? That was fun to watch you go out and compete in that tournament in real time. Just talk about that experience. I think if I have this correct, yeah, you faced a fellow Penn State commit, a fellow Penn State wrestler there at the tournament. And you also faced some really tough, different competition that you wouldn't normally see on a routine basis. But that's the level that you're going after. How would you define this experience from the World Team Trials?
It was great. Just having all those tough matches and just learning from all of them. I wrestled a very wide range of techniques. I wrestled there. I mean, yeah, I wrestled one of my buddies there out there, and that was tough. But we both put it on the line, and it was a great match. We had a brawl, and ended up making the finals. Wrestling Bassett, learned a lot from that match. I was being very offensive there in that match, getting to my attacks really, and then just things didn't go my way, but a lot learned.
Did you take anything that you're gonna you can learn it from some moments and say, okay, this is what I know to do differently, or is there anything that you took from another wrestler, whether in a win or a loss? I'm not really concerned about that, but was there something you said, okay, I'm gonna take this and apply it to my game?
I'd say hand fighting. I think hand fighting is definitely one of the things I have to really grow on, like going out to Penn State and training and trying new things. Because man, hand fighting, it's huge. Just setting up your stuff and getting your attacks and being the first one to there. So hand fighting for sure.
Let's talk about Penn State again, and actually this class of 2027, the group that it is, because this group is stacked. You're a part of it, so you're the next. You and these other wrestlers are the next wave of the future of Penn State, and the Nittany Lions. They have tons of wrestlers who seek out the toughest competition. How does that naturally fit into your mentality with who you are as a competitor? Still to come in this exclusive interview, Clinton's going to tell us why Penn State fans should be very excited for this 2027 recruiting class and the future of Penn State wrestling. And today's episode is brought to you by Cael. Before the season even kicks off, everyone's making predictions. Who wins the division? Who makes the playoffs? Who's lifting the trophy at season's end? On Cael, America's #1 prediction market platform, you can trade those predictions in a live market. Let's talk NFL win totals. Can the Pittsburgh Steelers win 9 games this season? If the Steelers win 9 games, that is currently trading at 49%, meaning a $100 trade would get you $205.14 if the Steelers won 9 games. How about the Philadelphia Eagles? Can they win 11 games? That is currently trading at 47%, meaning a $100 trade would get you $213.97 if the Eagles won that amount of games. On Cael, you're trading against your peers in a live market, meaning there is no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in or out of your position. So trade the draft pick, the game, and more on Cael. Download the Cael app and use code LOCKEDON to get $10 when you trade $10. Cael, Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Cael products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
I mean, it just makes us hungry, and we all want the spot, and so it just that not really pressure, but that ecosystem just makes us want to be better, to make that spot and show the world what we can be, what we can do. So
tell me about this class of 2027. I mean, this is a group that is obviously loaded with talent. That doesn't need to be said. But how would you describe this group from meeting the other fellow wrestlers? I know you guys aren't together collectively right now, but when you get to campus, what's kind of some of the defining characteristics of this group as a whole?
I mean, we're hungry. I'm pretty close with one of them, Grey Burnett. I mean, we talk on the basic, but I mean, we're hungry. We're ready to get out there and train our butts off and make this lineup and show them.
What would you say to anybody that is thinking about Penn State? That's because, like you said, you had a recruitment that originally it wasn't so Penn State focused, but then when it turned around, you said, "Okay, I know that I'm all in." I The prospects that are going to have different recruitments and different journeys. What would you say to them and those guys that are considering Penn State in the future?
I mean, go out there. I mean, go out there and feel it. Just everything out there, all the resources that's out there. I mean, you just really can't beat it. I mean, yeah, it's just great because all the coaches, all the staff, and just everything there is just. I don't want to say perfect, but it's just amazing. So like, never just take your time, but you'll feel it.
Last topic that I want to cover is just some more about your background, high school level, your personality here. Crown Point. How has Crown Point and wrestling there shaped your approach to preparation to the competition?
They've had some. They had Jesse Mendez went to Crown Point High School. He was really obviously really successful in college, so they already had the background for it. So they knew what to like push with me and what not to do. And so they just like Coach Sessa and Bill Hawkins. They just understood the sport really well, and they talked to me a lot and what my training should be. And today, still today, it's still how I train. I mean, they understand it.
Who has had the greatest influence on you as a wrestler and a person, and the wrestler, the person that Clinton is?
Oh, I wouldn't just say one person. I'd say two people: John Morrison, Andrew Howe. They really, man, they're great guys. I couldn't ask for better people in my life, and people who will go to war with me on the mat and off the mat.
Fans are going to see a serious competitor most of the time on the mat right now and for the future. But what are you like away from wrestling? Is it all wrestling 24/7, 110% of the time? Or is there another side to you?
Oh no, there's another side. I love fishing. Fishing is one of my main things. Like, I'll probably go fishing after this with some of my buddies. But I love fishing. I love hunting. I like just going out with the boys and just having a little bonfire. Just chilling around. It's not always wrestling 24/7, but pickleball too. Oh man, pickleball. That's a good one too. We're always going to play pickleball.
Are you good at dodgeball?
Oh, I'm awful. Oh my gosh, listen to this. I was out there, and Bo Nickal, he was like, he was already out like on the ground, and he's like, "Yo, pass me the ball." And I was about to throw it to, who was it? I can't remember who I was going to throw it to. I ended up passing it to him, and he's down on his knee, and he throws it at me, and I have to get down. He's up, and I'm like, "What the heck, dude?" So now I know not to trust Bo Nickal. So yeah, so I'm not the best dodgeball person, so I'm trying to get better.
Yeah, that's something that you got to pick up on if you're going to commit to Penn State. For those that don't know, dodgeball is a mainstay before practice, right? It's
Yeah,
mainly before practice.
yeah.
So, because I see that every time we go in as media to talk to Cael and some of the other wrestlers that are available for media that week, we'll get glimpses of how intense dodgeball can get. So that's obviously why I had to bring it up.
It gets wild in there. I'll tell you that. It gets intense.
We'll finish up with a couple more questions here. When you eventually arrive at Penn State, what do you want your teammates and your coaches to immediately recognize about you?
I mean, I'm ready to go. Like, throw me in the fire. I'm there. I mean, I'm just, I'm ready to train. I'm ready to just get after it. I'm so excited to be out there and be the best version of me that can happen.
By the end of your Penn State career, what do you want people to say about you and what you brought to this program?
I mean, that I was just a great guy, like, that, yeah, it's all wrestling, but I'm going to be really God faith person. And I brought a good atmosphere around to everybody. I mean, wrestling's huge, but being a better guy and just having, people like you and atmosphere you bring. Yes, that's huge.
Final thing, and this isn't exactly a question, it's a finish the sentence. So Penn State fans should be excited about Clinton Shepherd and the future of Penn State wrestling because
I'm going to give it my all every time. So I'm just going to let it all out and Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Penn State Wrestling 2027 commit Clinton Shepard here on Locked On Nittany Lions. Hey, thank you everyone for joining us on this podcast. Really appreciate you stopping by. If you want to keep up with Clinton's journey through wrestling, links to his social media and how you can keep up with him will be down in the description. I highly encourage you to go check that out and follow along. Clinton, again, I want to say thank you so much. Really appreciate your time, your perspective, and hopefully we get to connect again in the not too distant future. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.